clothes catch fire?
I don't know.
The fall weather has arrived almost overnight. The color change in the trees gives lots of opportunity to stop and just look at the beauty. But it's also a reminder that winter is coming and we've still got a long way to go to get ready. With the drywall work going on inside and the good weather outside, this seemed like a great time to finish up the AC pads so that we can install the mini splits as soon as we're ready to go back inside.
Will it hurt your skin?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. At least you're wearing safety glasses. But we never say do it like this. This is a safe way.
No, it's not usually the safe way.
Didn't your clothes catch fire?
I don't know.
We're installing several mini splits to support the layout of our house. There are composite pads available, but we've opted to create concrete pads. We're trying to use materials that we already had on site, old pieces of rebar and old pieces of wood that are left over from the house build. Unfortunately, it's difficult to find wood that's been laying in a pile outside that's straight enough to make a decent edge for the concrete pad. Trying to make sure that it's squared and uniform, slightly sloped away so that water sheds away from the house, and in a position where we can put dirt up around the foundation of it to keep water from getting underneath of it and freezing and lifting the pad up.
So I asked him if he could set his clothes on fire. Let's see.
It's just a little charred.
A little short.
It didn't actually catch fire.
I missed that.
When we were at the store gathering materials, we decided that we would get some extra concrete and tackle the step that we need for the back porch. As I was laying this one out, I started to realize that it was going to take a lot more material than I thought it would. There are many instances like that when you're building, where you think you're just going to knock something out, and when you start to get into the process, you realize that maybe there's going to be a little bit more to it than you thought.
Yesterday we left here, went home. There was something about this step that was bothering me after we were talking about it yesterday. This step, because of the freeze zone that we are in, requires 18-inch footers. That means I got to dig down 18 inches along the sides and along the front. That is going to basically require a full yard of concrete, and that's almost everything that we have on the trailer right now. So we're going to abandon this step. I'm going to form up the other pad for the AC. We've got 3 AC pads we're going to get poured today, and then we got to get done and finished before the rain comes around 5 o'clock. I think we've got it. We've got the automatic mixer and we've got all of the cement up on the trailer ready to go. So I'm going to back it up as we go so it's easy to grab off of there. We are going to have to walk about 9 bags around the corner to this last pad. Calculation is that it should be about 9 bags. Hopefully that's correct. Then I'm going to have extra cement on my truck. Not a problem, because the retaining wall for our bridge is made of cement bags. And I have an area there where I started to notice a little bit of erosion. Every once in a while I've been taking a bag or two down there and putting it on it. I will just take the additional 15 or whatever bags are left, take it down there and stack it in. Nothing goes to waste. So gonna jump forward here and see if we can't get something knocked out. It comes out of the wall over here.
Right.
It's gonna get routed over this way and
Got
down.
it. Okay.
The electricity is coming out of the wall over here.
Yes.
It's gonna get routed this way and come down. They're both coming together. And they come down here. I've got to have a unit on the side, just like on the back on the other two. So
Can you put it it's just right here?
coming out of over here side.
Apollo!
Why is he in the house?
He's not in the house. He's barking to get in the house.
What?
He's a needy Sophie.
Are you sure he's not in the house?
Yes. Apollo!
Is he in the house? Yeah. I thought I heard him crying through the window.
How did he get in the house? Hi. How'd you get in the house? Oh my god. So you're digging those flowers up?
No, I ain't digging nothing up. That's
Again?
you.
Again. Oh my god. Okay, can I start moving the grass?
Is that buckwheat that's growing on the side of the house?
Yes. Can I start moving the grass?
The prep work always seems like it takes forever. And when you finally get around to it, it's nice to start moving a shovel and get things going. But this kind of work is miserable and it's dirty. And it's easy to get in a bad mood from it. Especially when you realize that not only do you not know what you're doing, you haven't prepared everything just quite right, and you're going to have to make some changes on the fly.
Yeah, I've never done this. Probably supposed to have a little ramp here to get up on too. Alright, there's some more in here. I'm gonna see if I can find something to put up underneath it to get a little higher. What looks like?
There's some more chunks in it. It's getting the chunks.
More water. Alright.
See those chunks?
That's not gonna come out. Doesn't look like it's working. Nope. Hold on. This is not working the way I thought it might.
Ready?
Yeah?
Our inexperience is starting to show, take a toll on us.
Make sure it's not putting it over the edge.
At least when it's too dry, you can still add water to it. It's a lot easier than trying to take water out of it.
Okay, plug me in.
By the end of the first pad, we started to catch a rhythm with it, figured out what the consistency needed to be. And because we stuck with it, we got it taken care of. We really didn't have any choice.
I don't want to overwork it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything really to vibrate the bubbles out of it.
I did it already. It was great.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
It looks great. We're gonna back the truck up.
Are you hooked up?
As I mentioned, we were trying to use up a lot of the older materials. We did have to buy a few longer pieces of rebar. But instead of buying chairs, we used old wire name tags from the orchard, stuck them in the ground, twisted them around, and rested the rebar on them to keep it raised up a little bit, making sure that it was still at least 2.5 inches from the surface of the concrete. The rain showed up a few hours earlier than expected and chased us inside.
Well, we got 2 out of 3. A lot of the concrete's wet. It is what it is. We've got enough bags around there, we think, for the pour. We got them covered up. We'll see what happens. If the rain stops, we'll go back out and try it again. And if it doesn't, I don't know. We'll have to come up with something else. We might just have a bunch of cement blocks we're gonna stack down at the bottom of the dam, so we'll see. Yeah, you got a sandwich?
Yeah.
I'll eat a sandwich.
With over 3 years of building this house together, there have been plenty of days like this. It's a little bit drudgery. But if you stick it out, just be patient with it, things come back around. We got a break in the weather, got back out there, and finished that pad. It was a little wetter than it probably should have been, but it's concrete and we know it'll dry. We covered it up just in case the heavier rain came back. Cleaned things up and got ourselves ready to leave.
Well, things didn't go exactly the way I wanted them to go yesterday, but we got most of it done. Well, I mean, technically we got all 3 pads done for the AC, so that was my main objective. These are the outside jobs that we're taking on for the house to try and get things tightened up while they're doing the inside stuff. So I just pulled the plastic back off this one. This is the first one we did. It is nice and hard and solid. It's exactly the way we wanted it. It's got the right angle. I wanted to put a broom finish on it, but just given the way that the weather was yesterday, there was no way to do that. Sometimes you got to take the hit and just be happy that things work out as good as they do. are. Ain't bad. This last one is the question, because it was a little wetter than I wanted it to be, and when I was trying to mix in an underlying drier layer with the one that was on top, I shook it as much as I could. You know, I stuck a trowel in there and shook it, trying to mix it around, and I think I worked up too much cream on the top. Not bad. Nice and hard. Pretty darn good. Not bad considering we did it in the rain. Not bad. I don't know where it came from, but it is cold today. It's crazy. Just a couple of weeks ago, it was hot. The colors have come. Man, that is a view, isn't it? So we're trying to get all the outside work finished up before winter hits us hard. It's like everything else around here. We never make it in time. So we're gonna work hard. And we're gonna be a little bit behind the curve, but we're gonna be all right.
The best part of the work like this weekend is that when it's done, it's behind you. And if you did it right, even if you didn't quite know what you were doing, you don't have to do it again. Thanks for watching. Come on back and see us again at BreakHeartOrchard. Hit that like button on your way out.